February 22nd, 1770, 11-year-old Christopher Sater was killed by a British customs official in Boston for the crime of protesting against a loyalist business owner. Young Mr. Sater is widely accepted to be the first death of the American Revolution. Not even 2 weeks later, on March 5th, 1770, the Boston Massacre took place, killing 5 Patriot colonials: Crispus Attucks, Samuel Gray, James Caldwell, Samuel Maverick, and Patrick Carr. May 16, 1771, 9 regulators are killed by royal militia for resisting new taxes from the crown, namely poll taxes, which hit the poorest the hardest. A month later, on June 19, 1771, 6 more regulators that resisted the taxes were executed for treason by the lofty decree of the loyalist Governor Tryon. March 13, 1775, a posse led by a sheriff loyal to the crown fired upon and killed 2 Patriot protesters at a courthouse in Westminster, Vermont. Their names were William French and Daniel Houghton. Are you keeping count? So far we're at 23 Patriot deaths by the will of the tyrant George III. April 19, 1775, the shot heard round the world. The Battle of Lexington and Concord, where 49 Patriot Minutemen were killed by British regulars attempting to march from Boston to seize colonial munition caches. Not professional soldiers, volunteers defending their homes. Yes, they knew the risks, but they had jobs, lives, families, and their sole crime was opposing the unrestricted oppression of a madman 3,000 miles away. June 12, 1775, 2 patriots from Maine, James Coolbroth and John McNeil, were killed for attempting to keep the British from using their lumber to build barracks. Are you still following the count? Because we're at 74. June 17, 1775, the Battle of Bunker Hill, where 140 New England militiamen, volunteers protecting their homes, not professional soldiers, lost their lives unsuccessfully resisting British expansion from Boston. That brings the count to 214. 214 Patriot colonials lost their lives, likely killed without regret, by the British Crown before George Washington took command of the newly formed Continental Army on July 3rd of 1775. This was the soon-to-be United States' first standing army, a professional army whose jobs were solely to be soldiers, and in my opinion, officially starting the American War for Independence. February 22, 1770 through July 3, 1775, 214 civilians lost their lives to the apathy and greed of the British monarchy. January 7, 2026, Renee Good, a U.S. citizen, was murdered by an agent of the tyrannical Trump administration. Are you following the count? That's 1. How many is it going to take this time?